Let's talk about the water and some properties of the water. The water is a common material on the earth and very important substance on the earth. Let's talk about the properties of water. First, color, taste, and smell. Water, tasteless, means it doesn't have taste. Odorless, it doesn't have odor. And colorless or transparent. Some physical properties of water. Water in the room temperature can be found in the liquid state. A. Water, common material, can be found in the liquid state at the room temperature. Water, because it's a liquid, have a definite volume and have no definite shape. Takes the shape of its container because it's liquid. Water in the liquid state has definite volume and no definite shape, or its shape it changes according to the container that you put in it. The freezing point and the boiling point and the melting point of the water. Water starts to boil at 100 Celsius degree when the water in liquid state gains heat energy until its temperature reaches to 100 Celsius degree. The water starts to boil and it changes into water vapor. Water freezes at 0 Celsius degree. When the water loses its heat energy and its temperature decreases to become 0 Celsius degree, the water starts to freeze and change into solid state or the ice. Also, the freezing point of the water is the same like the melting point of the ice. The ice, which is a solid state of water, starts to melt when its temperature reaches to 0 Celsius degree, gains heat energy. Of course, the temperature of ice can be less than 0 Celsius degree, so it gains the ice, a piece of ice gains more heat energy until its temperature reaches to 0 Celsius degree, so the ice starts to change from the solid state to liquid state. Unusual liquid. Water is unusual liquid or very important liquid. Why? Water is considered as a universal solvent. Most material, most materials dissolve in it. Salt can dissolve in water, sugar can dissolve in water, and some other materials, most materials can be dissolved in water. Water expands when it freezes or its volume increases when the water freezes or changes into ice. That's why a full filled bottle may break in the freezer. All materials, when it changes from the liquid state, any other material, when it changes from the liquid state to solid state, its volume decreases. But the water, when the water freezes and it changes into solid state, its volume increases. Ice is lighter than the water because the volume of ice is larger than the volume of water. Ice floats on water. Ice is lighter than the water, so ice can float on water because the volume of ice is less than the volume of water in the liquid state. Water can be used to measure the volume of irregular objects, as we learned before in Unit 2. First, you will have a graduated cylinder or graduated beaker. Put the water in the cup, then note the volume of water or record the volume of water, then put the irregular solid body in the water, then record the new volume of the water and the object inside it, then subtract the volume of water and the object from the volume of water only, then you will get the volume of the irregular solid body as we studied before in Unit 2.